Hello, and today you find me along another community rail line. This time I'm on the Tonbridge to Reigate line. So, let's have a little look around Leigh. And firstly, I want to say the correct pronunciation for this station is Leigh, and not Leigh. And you can find the station between Tonbridge and Penshurst. For the purposes of this vlog series, I will be travelling between Tonbridge and Reigate, as these are the stations which are overseen by the South East Communities Rail Partnership. The station opened as Leigh Halt in 1911, one of several halts which sprung up in the early 20th century. Comprising of two timber platforms on top of an embankment, they at least had a waiting shelter on both. Lighting came via gas lamps, which was fairly unusual as many halts of the period did not have any lights at all. It stayed the same until the mid-1950s when the platforms were replaced using concrete. However, the wooden shelters remained. Further on, electric lighting was installed in 1970. Unfortunately, the London-bound shelter was burnt down in 1990, with the Tonbridge-bound shelter suffering the same fate in 2008. Modern waiting shelters are now to be found on both platforms. Right, as you can see that nice British Rail sign there, still in situ on the railway bridge here, which is very pretty in itself, but it's going to cause me a complication getting over to platform 1, and I'll explain that when I do that. But welcome to Leigh Station, and as soon as you arrive here you get greeted by this notice board which tells you all about how to catch a train, and you've got your platform information boards here. There is a defibrillator as you enter these gates. There's a card reader, and up here there is a dot matrix display. A bit of a weird place to put one, but at least you can see whether your trains are on time or not. There's an old British Railways board signage there. Nice to see those still in place. They normally get taken down or replaced by new ones. There is your onward travel information board. It is up a bit high, as you can probably see by what I'm doing here, trying to crane, but there is one here. And some more information boards there, and this is an unmanned station, so there is an automated or electronic ticket machine which is in good working order, which is always good. Anyway, I'm going to get up to platform 2 now, which involves me going up this very, very steep ramp. So let's see how I get on. As I start making up my way to platform 2, you can really appreciate to see how steep this gradient is. There's a nice handrail here, but it looks like that stops just near the top, so that'll be quite interesting. Very picturesque though, and so let's just carry on, see what else we can see. And you see this quite a steep gradient here up towards platform 2. There is a signage here saying that you can sort out assistance, but I would say, looking back at this, unless you've got a powered wheelchair or someone to help you if you're in a wheelchair, that's quite a grind up here on your own. Anyway, let's carry on and get up onto platform 2. Well then, as soon as you come up that rather steep gradient, you're greeted with a help point, a little bin there, and also a fairly modern waiting shelter. And some fantastic views down the line, I've got to say. It is only a very small station, as you can appreciate. There's platform 1 over there, but views excellent up and down the line, very picturesque as well with the trees. I'd imagine in the autumn this looks absolutely fantastic. Let's have a little stroll down the platform and see if there's anything of note to have a look at. And just past that waiting shelter at time of filming, there's this Our Network sign which covers Great Northern, Gatwick Express, Southern and Thameslink, so that's quite comprehensive. There's some pretty newish fencing here. I say not new, it's certainly not in keeping with when the station was originally opened. And not really much else to say. There's a salt bin down there, and there's 2 platforms. I think that's really about it, all you can say about Leigh. It's, again, one of these stations which is practical. It serves the community, and there's no real bells and whistles at this station. However, what I would say is, obviously, keep within the boundaries, but fantastic views all the way down the line towards Tonbridge there. Fantastic if you're going to have a special come through or some freight. Another thing to note is there is a milepost marker just there. I'll zoom in a little bit and you'll be able to see that. And similar sort of situation as you come to the other end of platform 2. Some brilliant views down the line, very picturesque with the trees either side. There's some bridges in the distance there, so a good long lens and a steady tripod will obviously give you some excellent views. And that's heading towards Reigate and Redhill. So that's it for platform 2. I'm now going to go back down this very steep gradient and get over to platform 1, which isn't the easiest thing to do, as you're just about to see. Well, I'm down at the bottom of the ramp now, and to gain access to platform 1, I've got to go through this railway bridge, or even under it, I should say, which, as you can appreciate, not the easiest thing to do, as it's quite busy, but I'm going to attempt it. Just look behind me. There is a little bit of a walkway here, but let's go underneath. But yeah, got right all the way through. And that brings me to the entrance to platform 1. Another sign there saying Leigh Station, another platform information board, and some maps there for all the London and South East rail services. There's a card reader, but there is no electronic ticket machine, which means if you want a ticket, you're going to have to go over to that ticket machine at the other side, at the beginning of platform 2. There is, however, still the British Rail signage there, which I absolutely love. I'm glad that hasn't been taken down. There's some more information boards here. Another onward travel information board. And this, like platform 2, another long ramp up to platform 1. Let's go and have a look. And like platform 2's ramp, you've got this nice handy handrail here, but also like platform 2, it is quite steep. I don't think it really conveys on camera how steep this is, but it's nice, it's quiet, it's got lovely vistas over the fields over there, and indeed even this bit of the cutting here going up towards the platforms is quite pretty. Let's continue on. I now reached the top, a very similar configuration to that on platform 2. Platform 1, you've got this help point, and you've got this waiting shelter, and you've got another on network signage there, as well as a bin. But that really looks like about it. I'm going to go down there just to have a look, just in case there's a few surprises which are hidden. Well, I've got a feeling there's not going to be much on this side either. There is one thing that platform 1's got that platform 2 hasn't got, and that is an emergency telephone. But apart from that, it really is all about the views, this station. I mean, it's as straight as a die down there towards Tonbridge, and indeed if I turn this round, straight as a die again towards Reigate and Redhill. So realistically, yes, it's a small station, but a brilliant station if you want to catch the freight that comes through. It's quite quiet here. There's hardly any road noise. So for capturing those specials or freight, or even if you want to capture the passenger services, it's a very good station to be at, even if it's very barren. At time of filming, passenger services are provided by Class 377 electric multiple units. The statistics for Leigh are that it opened in 1911. It currently, at time of filming, has 1 train per hour in each direction, with a few more during the rush hours. And the entry and exit figures for 2023-2024 were 40,822. Leigh is one of those stations which does its job fantastically well. It's a community station. Yes, it's only got 2 platforms, but it'll get you from A to B, and that's really all that matters. But for the enthusiast, views up and down the line are absolutely fantastic. So if you want to get a shot of some freight or even the special that's coming through along this line, I would recommend coming here. The only real problem is that accessibility. They are quite steep, so you'd need someone here if you are in a wheelchair to either push you, or if you've got an electric wheelchair, it's certainly going to drain your battery. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment and subscribe. And if you can, get out there, get on the railway and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching.